She's Tashan.
She's Tashan.
And together we make Twin Speed Tripping. Okay, so we are going to talk about Miami because we just got back. Flew back.
Okay.
Last weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just an interesting trip.
Super interesting, yeah.
So basically, how Miami came about. It was never on the radar. US was never on the radar for us.
No.
And then our grandpops, he passed away at the beginning of the year.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. And so he has a niece in America. So one day, like I was at the house and she called, and bearing in mind I have never spoken to her in like the 31 years that I've been alive, ever.
Even though, sorry to interrupt you, even though Grandad would speak to her like every week, and we'd be round when he's on the phone to her, we'd be like, hi, but we'd never ever had that conversation over the phone.
Spoken to her. So she called, so I picked up the phone and she was just like, oh, how are you? I heard so much about you, so on and so forth. And she was like, you should just come to Miami. And we were like, okay. So literally,
she said to Tashan, I never knew about it.
Yeah, she didn't know about it. So I got home and I was like, Tashan, we're going to Miami. So this was on the Saturday. By the Sunday, we had booked our flights. We were like, okay, we're going.
Yeah.
And I was like to our friend, pull up. Yeah. So our friend we've known since we were 3, so it's basically family anyway. So she came along with us. So it was like, okay, cool, we're going to the MIA. So time comes around till we go to Miami, go to the airport. Listen, Virgin.
Oi.
Virgin get a special shout out.
Good night, a round of applause for Virgin.
Yeah, listen.
Because
Virgin, you could fly economy, business class, first class, no matter what, the treatment's all the same.
It's nuts.
I literally was like, I've never had, I know this is going to sound really crazy, yeah, so I love herbal tea.
Yeah.
And normally we're on the plane, we're drinking, her and our friend are always getting the drinks in. But I was not feeling well, I was feeling ill, and I was like, oh, can I have a cup of tea? Thinking it's going to come in a paper cup, it came in a mug.
Yeah.
A mug. I know it sounds nuts, yeah, but I was just like, even the guy and there was a couple in front of me was like, what? You got a cup of tea? Yeah, you're living the life of luxury.
Yeah, because I didn't even realise. I turned around and said, where did you get that mug from? And she was like, they gave it to us. They now do mugs. I'm like, what the? Okay, come on, Virgin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was a really good flight, actually.
We've flown Virgin before when we go to the Caribbean, but every time we fly, it just gets better and better and better with Virgin. So, yeah.
So good. But you guys had a good flight, to be fair. I had a good flight, but...
Yeah, no, I had a good flight because I was like, oh, new films. Just watched loads of films. Next minute, I was like, oh, I need to have a nap. Because, my routine is normally I have a nap on the plane. So I was like, okay, But the time went so quick. It was a 10-hour flight. And it literally was just like, boom. Like, literally, it was
done, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good flight, actually.
It was. And then we got off the plane, go to, what do they call it, PSA, the check? Listen, America, the way you guys do passport control is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was so busy, to the point where we were talking to the security. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so busy. They're like, nah, this is light work.
Yeah.
We were like, hundreds,
because we were like, we're gonna be here for a couple of hours.
Yeah, we were like we're not getting out. We're like, there's no way. Like, how people are just slowly you can obviously tell they've been traveling to America a lot though.
Yeah,
because people were just so chilled about it. Like, yeah. Well, me and Shy and our friend were like, what the? How is this working? What's going on? But anyway, that was just crazy because you're just constantly just moving, and then there's more people coming in, coming in. But it was really cute though because when we got to the station, they were like, twins.
Oh yeah.
We were like, yeah, that's...
we get this all the time.
Yeah, it's like, okay. But yeah, get out the airport. But it was nuts. Sorry for this family because they had lost their luggage. Now losing your luggage in the US. That's no joke. Like, it's gonna take a while to get back. So people air tags.
Yeah.
Especially if you're flying to, no matter where you're flying to anyway, but flying to the US, I realised how stressful it is. Yeah. Air tags is crucial.
Yeah, and also for me, I think it's one of those things, if you don't, we have a friend who told us that if you can try and fit everything in a 10 kg, do it. Because it's like, even if you do have those air tags, it's like, okay, your luggage might go missing, you know where it is, but you're still not able to access it.
Yeah.
So it's like you've gone on a 2-week holiday and you're not able to access your luggage, and I can't imagine how, luckily for us, we've never had that situation.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine how frustrating it is to actually not be able to have your luggage if you're going for like a 2-week holiday. So yeah, air tags, and if you can try and pack smartly and not overpacking a 10 kg, so you have your luggage on you, it's just an easier way of traveling.
Yeah. So we get out, trying to get a taxi in the US.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, you land.
Right. So first things first. I booked a taxi pickup because you know me, I don't like coming to an airport, right, and not having a taxi booked. Yeah. So obviously I'm like, where's this taxi? We're trying to find a driver. Blah blah blah. Little do I know is that I booked the taxi for the wrong day. Yeah.
So there's me downstairs trying to flag out taxis, realizing she's booked the wrong day.
Yeah, so good thing it was free cancellation. So I was like, cool. So then I was like, oh, it's for the wrong day. Cancel that. Let's just get like, did we get a yellow taxi?
No, we got
Uber. Yeah, but then the one thing they do in America is that they don't have the license plate number on the front of the taxi. So when I
was so stressed.
when I was like, what's happening with all these cars? Why can't I see? So obviously they've only got it on the back of the car. Yeah. So obviously I'm in big MIA. I'm shouting like, this is just ridiculous. What are you talking about? There's no. So obviously you have to go towards the back to look at, to find when the cars are driving past to see if you can see the nut.
But if the car drives past you, it has to go round in a circle. It can't actually come.
It was just a nightmare.
Literally, like there's just us scattered around because I've ordered it on my phone and we're just shouting out letters. Look for G. Look for you. Look.
It was
mad.
So that's just a heads up. If you go to America, by the way, the license plates are not on the front of the car
at all. And pre-book your cab on the right day.
Yeah, my fault.
Yes.
So, also, normally I'm always good with that stuff. This time I just booked it for the wrong day.
You were living the life of, listen, we'll do what happens when we get there. And I was like, why are you so relaxed?
Yeah, normally I'm never really relaxed. I'm like, let's go.
So yeah, anyway, so we get in a cab, but it was good. So it was Jose, wasn't it? Jose. So Jose was great. He hooked us up with everything, told us where to go, like gave us a long list, like it was a good vibe. So we get to the place.
Okay.
So we get to the place. We're like, okay, cool. So listen, when it comes to accommodation, there's always these questions like, if you could get free flights or free hotel, what would you get? Mine's always been hotel, where the girls has always been free flights, right? But for me, it's always been like, where I stay, I care about where I'm staying, especially if I'm there for a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. So we get to the place, we walk in. I said, this is not what we booked.
No, pause. No, what happened was, when we got to the place, we're outside, we're like, okay, cool, right?
But all of our faces were like,
okay, cool. Then obviously we go to the reception, we meet Joey,
we meet Amy,
so cool, I love them guys, Then obviously check into all the stuff, we go into our apartment. Now let me tell you something, when we book something, we do the research. It's not like we've just gone willy-nilly, I'm going to book something, we are like, blah, 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 blah. We open the door, now normally, because of the stuff that we book is always quite
it's exciting to see a place,
So we walk in and all of our faces or sounds were like, okay.
I couldn't hide it.
Tishan, she no filter. So I'm like, okay, cool. So but the funny thing is, right, so we let it go. We're like, okay, it is what it is. It's like, for example, there's this white sofa that looks like it's been hoarding germs for very long. There's this like the curtains are trashed.
There's paint on the place ain't been properly painted. There's paint on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
The carpet looks like it ain't been changed since 1973.
Yeah, like it was just a madness, So we're like, okay, cool, we let it go, right? And obviously we realised that the first day and the second day that we're in MIA, it's raining,
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we're having a chill day, just let it go. 1 minute, from our friend from our bedroom goes, yo, girls, I don't think this is the apartment we're supposed to be staying in. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm looking at the photos and it don't look like the one we're staying in. I said, what?
So basically it was like, so straight away my legal HR brain starts going. So I'm like, that's it. We need to figure out an escape route. Right, so what's the pictures, what's the this, I'm looking at everything, right? And so literally I'm going, okay, well, if most of the places look like this, there's no point of us changing. But let's go see what the other apartment looks like, and let's let them know.
Yeah.
We go downstairs. They're like, and by this time, obviously, we've been made brethren with all the reception people and all of that. So they're like, okay, cool. We've got this penthouse. Let's show you. When we walked in, we said, yeah, you lot tried it. You lot. It
we
was
were like, you lot tried to put us in whatever that
Squalor.
was. Squalor. It was
squalor.
Yeah, I don't. Even we said, y'all need to burn that side of the building. Just leave that over there, because that there is a mess.
Cut it off.
Yeah, literally, it should not be inhabitable. What to humans? Yeah. Okay, right? Period. Or habitable, whichever one.
And you lot stay in there. Yeah, you lot on smoke.
So we were like, and you know me, there's this point where I lose it. I said, I want to move now. I said, oh, it's not ready till tomorrow, blah, blah. I said, I don't care about tomorrow. I'm talking about now.
Today.
And they were like, unfortunately, blah, blah, all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, fine. When I tell you the relief of when we were ready to...
Bro, it got to the point where they were like, oh, we'll move you in tomorrow. We walked back. We was packing already. We're like, ready. Don't get comfortable. Wrap this up. We are out.
Yeah. Right, so then the next day we move over to the other apartment, and I'm just like, you know, that relief of this is where we're supposed to
like be. To the point where, like, so Tashai has her house slippers, yeah. So I never normally travel.
Teddy and Bear, they're called.
Yeah. And I normally never travel with house slippers, yeah. But the first place, like, I didn't even want to take like my flip flops off. I didn't want my toes in that carpet, yeah. But the new place, listen, my toes were going all over the place. I was like, nice. It was so like
that's the place we actually booked. Yeah, I just want to make it clear.
Yeah, that's what we booked. It was so nice. Like we should have done we should have filmed it. To be fair,
I
wish I had the way all three of us walked in to the first place. I wish I could have taken a picture of our
faces. Yeah.
Honestly, it was hilarious.
Hilarious.
But yeah, no. So we got into the new place and we're all good. So we're all getting comfortable, all getting ready. So that day we're like, boom! It's Versace Mansion Day.
So Tashan's booked Versace Mansion, yeah?
For me, like, I love the brand. Yeah. I've got a few items from there. I was like, we got to go to the history as well is quite crazy as well. So I was like, we got to go there because it's now a restaurant. And it's also a hotel as well, so you can stay there. But we were
I think it's like what, £900 a night?
No,
$900 or something.
Yeah. So
something like that.
700 GBP, and then depending on when you go. But yeah, so we was like, okay, cool, we're going to Versace Mansion. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun, like getting dressed and stuff like that and going out. But one thing, Ubers are really easy. So if you're in the US, especially Miami, you can get an Uber anywhere, and it's so cheap. But
even the locals were saying, like, obviously those yellow taxis people get in because obviously it's just like
nostalgia.
You want to get in it or whatever. But in general, if you're not being careful with money, it's just a bit silly to try and get in a yellow taxi all the time.
Yeah,
like you might as well just get Uber. It's just so much cheaper and it's easier. And
and it's like even like the difference, like traveling from Miami Airport in a yellow taxi to where we were staying was looking at £50. From on an Uber it was £26.
So literally half.
So you're just like, what am I paying for? Like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really... Unless you do it one time, you want to go down the road and stuff like that. But I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, let me get in a yellow cab.
Facts.
But yeah, anyway, so we get dressed, like, and then we head out to Versace Mansion. So where Versace Mansion is really odd. It's like... It looks like it's in the middle of the Magaluf Strip.
Yeah, facts. It's so weird because we were like, I don't think this is round. When they pulled up, I don't think it's round.
Yeah, we were like,
no, it is round. We were like, really? It's literally like you've got all these like bars, like all these like a strip, but
it's like cheap.
Yeah, right, really cheap looking, and then you've got Versace Mansion in the middle. It was so super weird. We're like, okay, but obviously when you go into Versace Mansion, the vibe is
it's insane. Like it's very extravagant.
Yeah.
And it's just really nice. Everyone's dressed up really well. Yeah. And this is the thing. We were a bit worried because we were just like, you know, we had seen the reviews and apparently the food wasn't really good. But they said that the lunchtime menu was good or okay. People were like, oh, it's okay. So we didn't have high hopes for the food, but we wanted to go for the drinks and stuff like that. So, and we had a lovely waiter. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember. I feel like it was Duncan, but I think maybe
But yeah, he's in one of our videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we sat down and we was like, we all did the same thing, didn't we? We all got the same thing.
Yeah, we all got the same thing.
So it was easy. So we all had the same food, and it was nice. The food was incredible. Salmon was amazing. Go hungry because their portion sizes.
Ooh, yeah, that's the one thing that we forgot about America. When we first got there, I was like, oh my word, like portion sizes are insane.
There's no, like, we ordered salmon thinking you're going to get like one salmon fillet.
You get two fillets.
You get two fillets. The vegetables was so nice.
They were amazing. The potatoes.
Then like the tempura shrimp we had for starter was really, really good. So food was incredible. And then we got a bottle of Prosecco for free.
Yes, we did.
For free in Versace Mansion. And then didn't we get like our bill reduced for some reason?
Yeah, we did, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
We just were like, okay.
We'll take it. But it was incredible. But stay tuned for part 2.